Hi guys, welcome to 12th Ray Prophecy. I am Ruchi and we are going to be finding out what is in store for you for the month of February of 2024. This is going to be a pick a card reading, which means that I'm going to be laying out three piles of cards, out of which you can select either one or two, whichever resonates with you. Okay, all you have to do is keep the question in your mind, asking yourself, what can I expect for the month of February 2024? And when you open your eyes, one card will pop out towards you, and that is the card you need to pick. The times have been mentioned in the description as well as the comment section below, so don't forget to check that out. Let's move on to the reading. I'm showing you the decks right now. Hello, pile number one. Let's find out what you can expect for the month of 2024 February. Here, first, we've got Fox. Now, the fox here is representative of someone who is very social, who likes to interact with people, who is very clever, who is very in tune with their intuition. Okay, foxes are generally very friendly people, and that is something I feel is one of the central ideas that your February is going to revolve around. In case if you haven't been accessing a lot of people, in case if you have been lonely, this is a beautiful card to get, because you can expect yourself to be surrounded by people who will be able to vibe with you. Apart from that, if you are in a relationship, if you have this card, it is possible that this particular energy is being reflected in your partner or in yourself. Foxes are great partners, they're very energetic, they enjoy other people's company, they're quite uh, spontaneous and energetic. Like energetic, I've already said, but then they're really spontaneous with the things that they do, and it brings a lot of excitement to our life, right? So that is something that we can see out here with the card of Fox. Now, the overall energy for us is the energy of the sun. Okay, so the planet that is going to be impacting you, or rather giving you its energy, is the sun. And here it has been written, your immortal spirit, purpose and destiny is involved. So the sun has a lot to do with who you are as a person, whom you portray yourself to be in the outer world. And also it can mean that you will be getting a lot of fame and attention this month. Okay, so maybe you've been doing really good work, maybe you've been working out on yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and people are suddenly going to be recognizing that you look really good, or you are about to stand out. Okay, so with this sun card, I feel that you yourself are also going to be discovering what your inner journey and your purpose on this planet is. Why have you been, why did you decide to take this journey on earth at this point of time? So that is kind of going to become visually available for you in the month of February. And if you see, both these colors are yellow. We've got the yellow for the fox, we've got yellow for the sun, and this yellow that is there, it represents joyfulness, happiness, a sense of just being okay at the place that you already are, being happy. Okay, so yellow is a beautiful color to get out here. Now we've got the cards of isolation. I was just telling you, in case if you have been isolated, if you have been feeling lonely, February is a month where you will be surrounded with people. So here we've got isolation card, we've got stress and guilt. Okay, so basically what I am getting from this is that this energy is more of the past. Okay, there has been isolation, you have probably put yourself through this, Okay, you have made yourself go through this isolation, and it was absolutely necessary. Maybe you've been hurt before, maybe this is the journey that spirit wanted you to go on in order for you to realize who you are. But I feel that right now, this is going to be the card and energy that you will be having, that is of people coming towards you, people gravitating towards you in the month of February. So, this great loneliness that you feel, and it's not like you don't or you're not comfortable with being by yourself. I think you have become quite comfortable with being by yourself, you're okay with it, but then there is this immense loneliness where you find it difficult connecting with other people, right? And I feel that this has been causing you stress. Maybe you know that there has been an element where you have not being able to really let yourself or let your emotions flow with someone, especially when it comes to people expressing your vulnerable vulnerabilities. These are some of the blocks that you have been experiencing. So I feel that with this stress card, you will be attempting to relax in this particular month, or I feel for some of you that this isolation that is there, that itself is causing you stress, that no one really wants to be with me. Am I that a bad and horrible person that no one thinks of me, no one remembers me? And no, I don't know, there's this sense that I'm getting where you feel quite lonely, and that is one of the reasons that you are stressing out. You are not able to function properly, and maybe when you do meet people, just the act of meeting people, being around people, probably finding someone, in case if you're single, or you know, if you're looking for someone to be with, finding that person is going to relieve a lot of your stress. Okay, and I also feel that you are suffering. Now we see the element of guilt, right? This is not current guilt. I don't feel that this is some kind of a guilt that you're suffering at the moment, but this is guilt that has been pent up in your body from several years, and you may not even be aware that you're feeling guilty for several things. So this guilt may lead to situations where you're having issues with your menstrual cycle, you're having issues with finding pride in the things that you do, uh, you're having issues with connecting with people because of this guilt. And it may not be guilt because you have done something necessarily, but it may be possible that it is guilt that is kind of eating you up, maybe because you feel that you could have done better, right? So I feel that you need to sit and journal and really sit with yourself and ask yourself, what is this guilt about? Because guilt is seated just below our navel. So this guilt that we store is right in our sacral chakra, which is below our navel. And out here, when we store this guilt of not being enough, not achieving our goals, of just not being able to do what we are supposed to, or we're thinking that we must do, that is when it begins to dysfunction. And it is very interesting that this card has come up out here, because we've got the sacral chakra and then we've got the solar plexus, and the solar plexus is also yellow. So I feel that in a certain way your root chakras have been affected, and maybe that is one of the reasons why you may be going through some mental health issues, where you're feeling sad, depressed, angry. So you're having issues with these aspects and these themes of your life. Another thing that I'm getting out here is that I feel that you are really taking on the burden of everything. Like, I feel like there are so many things that you have to do, or you feel that there are way too many things that you have to accomplish, and somehow you're not able to juggle all of them together. Okay, so that is an aspect I'm getting. Then we've got the card of truth. Now, with the truth, I feel that you will be understanding what what things are not very soon. What is worth pursuing, what is not worth pursuing, what is the reason due to which all these feelings came through. I also feel that you may be, okay, for some of you, you need to protect yourself, because in a card like this, I feel that there are a lot of people who may not really have your best interest in mind, right? So psychically, through their intentions, through their thoughts, they may be gossiping about you, they may be thinking really horrible things about you, and that is somehow also impacting you. So all this truth that is there will become available to you in the month of February. So definitely protect yourself. Now the other cards we've got is Ten of Wands, as I was saying, with this card, very similar cards, very similar kind of energy. Here you're taking on the burden of the world. You're doing so many things. You think like you're not doing enough, okay? But what you need to understand is that you need to lessen your burden. You don't need to do everything all the time. Then we've got Hanged Man, Page of Pentacles, and Four of Swords in reverse. So with Four of Swords, I feel like it is, for you, it is a good sign in its reverse position, because I feel that you will be coming out of this mentality, from this mindset that you have been suffering from. Okay, right now you will, in the month of February, you will find the energy to do things, to move on, to find a new way, to go on this new journey with all the knowledge that you've got right now. Although I do feel that this stress that you're having, maybe of waiting, of not having friends, that may be highlighted if you don't take care of yourself. Okay, apart from that, I feel that there is some really good big things that are happening behind the curtain for you, due to which you may have experienced a delay. But then what did you do during this delay? You ended up giving yourself a lot of stress, while that was actually not necessary. You may see other people succeeding, you may see other people doing well, you may see other people getting married, having kids, or whatever it is. You feel rushed to accomplish these things that you're desiring in that certain point of time, but each thing and each person has their own time to accomplish these things. So I feel that you need to be patient, number one, and that this is going to be a period of wait for you. Okay, whatever this is that you're trying to accomplish, it will take some more time, but when it does happen, it will kind of bring all the attention onto you. You will be grateful that you had to wait, because there are certain lessons you need to learn in order to appreciate the things that are going to come to you. Okay, so I also feel that there are some, this is a little more on the occult side, spiritual side, where I'm saying that you have some fairies, some entities of the earth who are taking care of you. Okay, so even there, though there may be people who are not having your best interest in mind, there are entities of the earth who are taking care of you. So garden, go out, uh, maybe plant flowers around your house. Flowers are also a very good way, flowers and plants, to protect your home. Okay, so do that. Next we have is deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. So as you can see, she is holding some flowers. So out here, this is a card of rest, but it is being reversed. Okay, so I feel that when it comes to a reverse, and they're also talking about deep replenishment, I feel that this phase of replenishment will actually happen for you, not through rest, not through retreat, but by being and surrounding yourself with people, by being and doing the things that you enjoy. Okay, so for you, it is kind of the opposite. Don't rest, don't be restless. There's a difference. Be patient, be restful in your mind, but through your actions, you do that things that bring you joy. Okay, so there's a lot of difference when I'm saying that don't rest, It means that be at peace in your mind with whatever is coming your way in life. But when you have to do the things that you need to do, you continue to do them at your own pace without feeling guilty about taking that pace. Okay, then we've got protection. What are the odds? I just told you. Protect yourself. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So I feel that there is a very great need for you to protect yourself. Apart from that, we've got some other entities, as I was connecting, earth spirits or fairies who are actually protecting you. Okay, so whenever and as much as possible, say thank you to whoever is protecting you. Okay, you need to wear a black tourmaline. Wear a black tourmaline. Imagine a white light being washed all over your body where these thoughts of other people are not impacting you. Okay, so protect yourself, protect your energy, very very important. Then we've got Akash. Your guidance is divinely guided. So whatever and whoever is guiding you on the other side, okay, they are divine beings. They are not just your ancestors, they are divine beings. Ancestors are people who have lived on this planet and died, who are probably in your bloodline. But here we've got people who are even more divine. Okay, they are not just souls who are having and completing their karmic process, but these are souls who have been guiding everyone when it comes to their spiritual journey. So you are being guided, take the guidance that they are trying to give you. Then we've got conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So things are actually going to really hit the fan. Hit the fan matlab. They are really going to blow up in people's faces. So people who have wronged you, people who are sending you these thoughts, these negative emotions towards you and about you, they are going to actually be dealt with. Karma is going to get them back. Okay, and whatever solutions you are looking for, they are also going to be coming through in the month of February. Walk through your fears. Sorry, work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. So out here with this moon in Scorpio, new moon in Scorpio, I feel that there are obviously very valid issues that you may be facing, whether it may be about feeling lonely or not accomplishing the things that you are meant to accomplish. But simply being fearful is not going to solve your problem, right? That is where truth comes in. That is where the truth will set you free, right? So you need to work through your fears. You need to acknowledge the truth. There is no point of being fearful of the truth. Okay, so acknowledge the truth and work through it. Acknowledge and accept that these are facts and realities of life, and how do we go about it, and that is something that is going to help you out immensely. Then we've got this card of healing. And from the cards that I am seeing, you do require a lot of healing, and that is going to be coming through to you in the month of February. Now, this healing, either you are doing for yourself or you are getting help from someone to get this work done for you. Now, this healing work, if you're looking for someone who can help, it could be a parent, a friend, a counselor, someone who does Reiki. It could be anything, something like a piece of puzzle that fits your problem, that helps you find the solution. Okay, so whoever this person is, I feel like you will have external help when it comes to healing yourself and finding your ground. Now, our last few cards are fairy messages. Your wish is granted. So everything that you have been wishing for, that is going to be granted. What you've asked for is coming. Then we've got autumn. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. Your desire is within reach. Have faith as everything is working in your favor. So as I was saying before, with this hanged man, things are going to take place. Just have a little patience, and this period of wait is going to be ending soon. So don't get disheartened, don't lose faith, continue to work on the things that you have been working on. All right, I hope that you've liked this, and I hope that you find great healing, great joy, and everything that you wished for. All right, bye everyone. Group number 2, let's find out what is in store for you for the month of February. Here we've got the owl. Now, the owl is wise, it is a very mystical kind of creature. When you look at the owl, it looks very otherworldly. So, I feel like for you, you may feel like you're not of this world. You feel like you're completely not from Earth, right? You feel completely alien to a certain extent with the way things work here, and maybe the systems that are in place. You may find it very absurd. So that is something that you are. But for February, I feel with this owl card, you can expect great fortune and great wealth to come your way. And I also feel that when it comes to your beauty will be greatly enhanced in the month of February. Also, when you think of the owl, it is an air kind of card, right? We've got the sign of air. And when I think of air, I think of Jupiter, the planet of Jupiter, the planet of abundance, right? So that is something that I'm seeing out here for you. Okay, there's going to be great abundance that is going to be coming your way with this owl card. Now, the main energy is of the energy of Saturn for your month of February, and I feel like it kind of, probably you may think like it juxtapositions itself compared to the owl card, and what I just said is Jupiter. The opposite, complete opposite of Jupiter is Saturn. And Saturn is a very harsh planet. It is a planet of discipline. It is a planet from time to time of disease. It is a planet of depression. It is a time of very, very difficult lessons that one needs to learn in life. Okay, the color of Saturn is black. Okay, so I feel personally black as well as yellow, both are the colors of Saturn, but mostly it is portrayed with black. So for me, with this card, I feel that for you guys specifically, you have completed this aspect of learning your lessons and doing the hard work, completing your karmic cycles prior to this. And in the month of February, because you have completed these lessons, because you have done your homework, you will be rewarded with the energies of the owl, that is of great abundance. Saturn also greatly gives and rewards people who have been disciplined. If you are disciplined, if you are hardworking, if you have learned your lessons, if you have been ethical, if you have been a good person, Saturn will reward you greatly. Okay, and I feel that is the case for you. You have really kept yourself in check when it comes to other people, when it comes to things that belong to other people, when it comes to yourself, your addictions. You're trying to do better, you're just trying to be a better person. And I feel for you, Saturn is going to be rewarding you in the month of February. Then we've got existence, and we can see a shooting star. So for you, I feel that when it comes to the month of February, there will be an element where you are trying to coexist with everyone around you. It may also feel that, with this owl card and this existence card, as I was saying, that you may feel that you're very different from other people. You're able to connect, you're very intuitive, you're able to really understand something. And I feel to a great extent you may be opening up your clairvoyance, psychic abilities also. So when the time is right, suddenly an epiphany will come to you and you will be like, yes, I know what to do next. Okay, and you have to trust your gut. And I feel that you have already been planning and preparing for this particular moment from a very, very long time. Okay, so I feel that there are things that you've been wishing for, and they are going to be handed to you, and they are kind of going to flower in your life in this month. Then we've got the element of trust and the dream. So, as I was just saying, there are things that you've dreamt of, there are things that you have been really working towards in hopes that someday it will come true. You need to continue to have this trust. And I'm not saying that you have not had it before, because I can sense that you have had the trust. You've had great trust in the universe, you've had great trust in this existence, that you will be rewarded the things that you have been wishing for, right? And I feel like all this is going to culminate and your dreams are finally going to be coming true this month. Then we see this card of Vice. Now, with this card of Vice, I feel that personally for me, when I'm looking at your Saturn card along with Vice, I feel that you've kept your vices in check. All the aspects that have created trouble for you in the past, those have been kept in check. You have made the changes. But I still feel that there may be some more aspects that may tempt you in the month of February, where they may be calling out to you and you will find it difficult to resist. But eventually, what you do with those vices, and when those vices tempt you to do the wrong thing, that will also decide certain aspects of whether you need to wait even more to achieve your dream, or is it time and you're prepared, you're completely prepared with your lessons, where you know how to handle your desires. If you are able to handle your desires, then you will be handed your dreams, right? So I feel that there are a few more tests and you need to be really very careful, and I feel that you've already trained yourself. There's nothing really to worry about out here. Then we've got Seven of Swords. Now, Seven of Swords energy for me is an energy of being strategic, of really knowing not to place all your eggs in one basket, literally, right, from this particular image. But it is also about being really clever about everything that you're about to do. I also feel that there may be people who are eyeing everything that you are receiving or about to receive, so you have to be able to protect it. And when it comes to protection of your own things, you have to be really careful about whom you speak it in front of. Okay, so don't speak about everything that you are achieving, about to achieve, everything that you've been working hard for. Do not reveal these things to people, because sometimes even the best of people may not be very happy about you receiving those things. Okay, so even if you have received it, be careful of whom you reveal the details to. The Tower. Now, the Tower card, when it comes to this particular month for you, I feel like a lot of your previous beliefs about certain things and how certain things work in our life is going to come crashing down. So for you, I don't think like your world is going to turn upside down. Usually when the Tower comes up, it's like this huge massive transformative change where everything changes. And for a lot of people, they experience this Tower in a very very negative light. Okay, they cannot bear the change because the change is so drastic. But then the Tower is weak, it is going to collapse these structures that you've created, either through lies or um, either through being unethical or getting money the wrong way. These structures are going to collapse either ways, because they are not meant to stand. Okay, so in case if you have been involved in any unethical practices, you can expect that things are going to end quite badly when it comes to this, because it is the card of Saturn. It is basically punishing you or rewarding you. That is the element and that is the personality of Saturn. So in case if you have been doing all your work and you set things correctly, things that no longer work for you, okay, systems that no longer work for you, events that no longer work for you, people that no longer are up to your energetic level, are going to go away, and you will probably not even regret or miss these things going out of your life. So the Tower card out here is absolutely transformative. We've got Five of Swords. So Five of Swords is a card where you are having a fight with someone. So I feel that that is something that you can expect in the month of February, where you might have an argument with someone, and you may end up hurting them. But then this argument that is there, it is usually for the ego. The heart is not involved in such an argument, so you have to be careful about this as to how you're dealing with such a person, because in the Five of Swords, the heart is usually not present. But if you bring your heart into the situation, you can stop it from escalating. Okay. But yet, if the opposite person is not willing to accept and is finding it difficult to bring their heart into the situation, it is okay to let these people go. Especially with this Tower card, I feel like it is okay to let it go. For some of you who are dating, it could be your significant other, okay, dating or married or in a relationship. So for you, this fight may be with someone whom you are with. So you have to be careful what you engage in and what level you let it escalate. Okay, so be careful and keep yourselves protected. Then we've got Two of Swords. Now this Two of Swords is about some kind of a decision that you need to make, and we've got the card of Temperance. Temperance is all about balance. Okay, so you have to know when to take a situation forward, if the fight is worth fighting for, or are you just fighting it because you want to pacify your ego. And this is a decision that you need to make. For me, I feel with this Two of Swords that you are very likely to close your heart off. Okay, when you are in this particular moment dealing with other people, right? If you think you are right, you are going to really slice the opposite person. So you need to be careful of that. Bring your heart into the situation and don't let your ego drive your personality. Then we've got the card Break the Chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So is this a pattern that you have been having, that you have probably kind of inherited from your ancestors? Is this a pattern where you fight with people, where you break off relationships very quickly? Is that a pattern that um, you have seen probably in your parents or some of your other family members? So it is your job. These things are coming to you because they are embedded in your DNA. So it is your job to break this pattern by bringing your compassion back into the equation of your relationships with people. Then we've got transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. As I was just saying, things are encoded in your DNA. When you break this chain, this change that takes place at a DNA level. So I feel that at a DNA level, you are changing, which means that whoever comes after you and inherits your DNA will no longer have to deal with these difficulties that you are dealing with, right? And as I started this reading off, where I'm saying that you are probably you feel like you're not from this planet, and it is very likely that you're not from this planet. It is very likely that you are a star seed or an indigo child or a crystal child. Okay, so or a rainbow child. So I feel that it is very likely you're not from this planet. You are here because you are strong and you have been trusted that you can actually manage and handle all these challenges that will be thrust upon you. And this plane and this planet is not a very easy level of plane, right? So it is something that is really very difficult, and only you could be trusted by your ancestors, by the people who decided that you could come here, that you are the one, the chosen one, to break these patterns. Okay, so think of yourself as a very divine being, someone who is clairvoyant, someone who is psychic. Maybe some of you watching this may not really feel like you're psychics at the moment, but then know that you have been sent here with a very, very specific purpose, and you're a very high vibrational human being. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Is something that you need to ask yourself. is it possible that you allow people to take up too much of your time, too much of your energy? People demand a lot of things from you and you're constantly giving, and that is why you're feeling drained. Okay, so this could, Five of Swords is also about being drained. Okay, constantly allowing people to take advantage of you, or if you're doing work not getting paid for it, these are all things that may drain you. Okay, so what are the spaces that you need to set your boundaries in is something that you need to ask yourself. Then we've got you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. You are good enough, you don't need to try harder. Whatever that you are is good enough for the universe, and it should be good enough for you. And then we've got communication is key. So communicate a little more, I think, with people when it comes to your needs, when it comes to your desires. Okay, people are not going to know, and some people, even after telling them, they may not understand what is a no. So you need to be very clear about your boundaries. You need to say that no, this is not done, I'm getting paid for this. No, this is not done, I am uh, I'm not going to accept this behavior, whatever it may be. So I feel that this is your vice. This is a negative trait that you have accumulated. Probably you're too nice to people, you're constantly trying to people please, you're constantly trying to balance the conflict. Okay, you don't probably like conflict, and probably there's some element of indecision also. So I feel that these are your vices that need to be dealt with. Set your boundaries, communicate. Okay, and you are good enough is what the universe is trying to tell you. Then we've got 96, forgiveness. Maybe you have difficulty with forgiving people. Maybe there are people who probably have not asked for your forgiveness, so you find it difficult to forgive them, to say that it's okay, whatever that you did, and I hope that you learn from it, and it's okay, and to move on. So I think that one very important aspect in February that may trigger you is forgiveness. Okay, so forgiveness is not only meant for others but also for yourself. Is there something that you need to forgive yourself for? Is there something that you need to forgive others for? So that is an aspect that you need to deal with in this particular month. Admit your true feelings to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. Whom do you need to forgive? What are the odds? Forgiveness has come up twice. Whom do you need to forgive? As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. Your wishes will come true when you forgive somebody who has wronged you. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You finished one part of your life, and a new and even better part is beginning. How exciting! So you're going to start on this new journey, and you're going to learn how to forgive, because I feel like for you, as I said earlier, ego is really very big. Your ego probably is really inflated, and you feel that it is very difficult for you to apologize, or it is very difficult for you to forgive someone, because you feel that somehow it makes you vulnerable, or you feel like you are inferior because you forgive others. Okay, and or probably they don't deserve it, right? But this in turn only ends up harming us. So I feel that in the month of February, you will find your resolution, and I hope that you do. All right, thank you so much. Bye. Welcome, group number 3. Let's find out what you can expect in the month of February. Now, you've got the card of Zebra. This card is an indicator of someone who is really connected to nature, who is very eccentric meaning that they have very unique tastes in things, and it may not necessarily be something that everybody likes. Okay, so they are very unique. They could also be extreme to some people. Like for example, this person may be a vegan, may be a person who is very environmentally conscious to the extent that they don't even utilize one piece of plastic, stuff like that. So this person is also a visionary. It is a person who is, it is, I mean, you are a person who is really open-minded, and your unique worldview actually brings about so much of change in the world, because whoever that you meet, you end up broadening their perspective on life, right? So this is the person that you are. You have a very unique sense of what the world is to you. Then we've got this planet of Neptune. Now, Neptune is very expansive. It is a planet which deals with dreams, the collective consciousness, idealism, also consciousness in general. It also deals with fantasies, things that you have been dreaming about wanting, okay? And it also has the potential for illusion, because it can create illusion where, and actually cover up the truth, okay? So it can make you kind of move away from what is real with this particular card out here, okay? So when we look at this card for you with respect to the zebra, I feel that you are a very, when people look at you and when people speak to you, they feel that you are a very unique person, that they have probably never met anyone like you, because you have such a unique perspective on life, okay? And that is the impression that they have. Then when we come to our cards, we've got cards of sharing, miser, and of innocence. And I feel that in the month of February, these aspects are all going to be tying together, where you have this very fantastical nature, you have this nature that is so unique, and there is something calling for you to share your uniqueness with the world, either through your art, either through maybe videos, or just speaking to people. So there is something that is calling for you to share your talents with other people. I also feel that there is a level of innocence that you may possess already, and at the same time I feel that with this card, I will clarify in a moment, but just in general, I feel that you may be hoarding a lot of your information, maybe because you feel that people are not interested in listening to things that you have to say. Okay, so you may be feeling that whatever that you have to say has no meaning, has no value, so you have not really been sharing it, but you are being asked to share it. We will get into this card a little more after I get some clarity. Then we've got this card of worry. So there is an element of worry that may be coming up for you for the month of February. We'll get back to this as to why. We've got King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles out here is a lot of wealth. We've got Two of Cups in reverse, and we've got the Fool card. I'm getting a feeling that you are very perceptive, and you have these great theories and these great ideas that you need to bring to life, okay? So I feel that you are actually having amazing ideas, and you probably need to bring it to life, and that is something that will make you a lot of money, either through your art, either through writing blogs, or making something. So I feel that these ideas are something that is going to be bringing you closer to your purpose. Out here, apart from that, I see that the Two of Cups is in reverse. So you may have a friendship that has broken off, or someone significant, maybe you've been dating someone and the person has broken it off with you, or there may be an aspect where things are not really going great at the moment with the both of you. Okay, so that is something that you can more or less expect either to happen during February, or this is something that has already taken place. Then we've got the Queen of Cups and Ace of Wands. So with this Ace of Wands, I feel that you may probably be very gifted at writing and creating something through your intellectual faculties. So you may actually end up being a very great fiction writer, or someone who has a very vivid fantasy and a very vivid imagination. Maybe you are very good at making up stories as a child. So that is something that I'm picking up for you for the month of February, that you must give it a thought, either to journal or to write down certain things. Also, if you are having this Neptune energy, it can be very possible that you blow certain things out of proportion. So journaling your day and finding out how your day has been actually allows you to ground yourself. Okay, with this Queen of Cups, I feel that you may be having certain dreams that may be very vivid in the month of February, that may give you clues as to what needs to happen, or certain clues as to how things need to fall into place. Either it is an intuitive message, or it is a message for you to write down. So maybe having a dream journal, or using meditation in order to remember your dreams, or to lucid dream. You know, when I look at this, I see that it has been tied down to the book and the flower is growing. So maybe grounding yourself and trying out lucid dreaming, if that is something you have not yet heard about, you can go and Google it. I feel that that is really going to benefit you. And overall, I see that when it comes to your relationship with this person, when it comes to your relationship with this person, there is some kind of imbalance. Okay, so I feel that there is one person who is constantly giving to the opposite person, and the opposite person is only receiving. Okay, so there is this imbalance. Either it is you who is constantly giving, or it is the opposite person who is constantly giving, vice versa. Okay, so this imbalance needs to be adjusted, and when it is adjusted, you will realize that through communication, through writing down certain things, these aspects will become clear to you. And when these aspects do become clear to you and the opposite person, because I feel that you all both may be different, may be vastly different in your in the way that you are. When I mean vastly, I don't mean opposites, but I mean that you all are different people. But when you all uh, there's a reason why you all gel well, right? So these two people who are there, you and the opposite person, there's a reason why you all gel well. And when these differences are dealt with, y'all will be a very, very powerful couple. Okay, so I feel that this sense of imbalance needs to be restored. I'm seeing, I feel that because of this innocence card, you are the one who is innocent. You are probably unable to perceive, because you are a person who really loves and enjoys being around people, right? So you are not able to understand that the opposite person is constantly draining you of whatever energy that you have, is draining you of your gifts. So I think that this needs to be balanced out. You may also not be able to figure out as to why you're not feeling okay with this person, but when you do figure these things out, your relationship will be well and okay. Okay and well and good. Okay, and I also feel like with this worry card, you can see that one is like an older person, the other one is a younger person. So again, there is like this unequal power dynamic. Okay, it could also be your boss and you. Okay, when it comes to power dynamic, it could be like a friend and you, it could be your sibling, your parent, it could be anybody at all. But then there is this power dynamic that is taking place out here, due to which the person who has more power in your relationship is not giving as much as they are receiving. They are only continuing to receive everything that you're sharing with them. Then we've got Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? What are the things that are triggering you? And oftentimes being triggered is actually not the best, because when you're triggered, your emotions are making, like, they're kind of working everything for you. So when you are triggered, You need to understand that you will be triggered when the opposite person reflects something to you that you do not like about yourself. Okay, so what is this aspect, and why is it making you angry? Why is it make completely pissing you off? That is something that you need to ask. The crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Is there something that you're continuing to cling on to, even though you know that it is no longer good for you? It could be this friendship or this person that you're clinging on to, when you know that they are actually just continuing to extract resources from you. So I feel that it is possible that when it comes to your fantasies and your illusions, you may have also created this fantasy and illusion that they are such a nice person, or in reality they may not be such a great person, but you have created this fantasy that, wow, this person is the most ideal person that I can find. And you have not outlined in reality what are the difficult things or the negative aspects of their personality. So that is also going to be brought to light when it comes to this particular month. And you need to ask yourself why and how you're clinging on to this person, or these qualities that you're creating and imagining in this person. Then we've got soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So whatever these troubles are, you don't have to go through it all by yourself. So I feel like when I look at this particular thing, I feel like you both, when it comes to this particular person, because every time I'm just getting people who are in pairs, right, sharing, and then the miser. We are seeing two of cups out here, we are seeing mirroring out here, we are seeing a king and a queen out here, and we're seeing an older person and a younger person out here. So I'm seeing a lot of pairs of people. So I feel that it is definitely you and the opposite person that you're dealing with. And I feel like when you bring this to their attention, but there is first for you to recognize that there is an imbalance, and where this imbalance is, and what is triggering you, and what is creating the issue, and what is creating the worry. And when you bring it to their notice, they are not going to try and gaslight you. They are going to acknowledge that these issues are there, and then you all both will become equals. Okay, so as I said before, you all may be really different people. Okay, that the person whom you're dealing with, it could be about resources, it could be about emotions, but you all may be really different people in how you'll approach a certain matter. But when you all speak and you all actually open up the communication, you will realize that there is hope for you both to actually work this out. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. So when it comes to this particular card, I feel that you have created not only an idea of the opposite person, you have also created a projection of how you project yourself to other people. So it may be possible that you change your personality when you keep meeting different people. So you are one thing to one group of people, you are another thing to another group of people. So you are not being true to yourself. So it's time for you to remove this whole illusion that you need to be pleasing people constantly. Okay, making them, inviting them, keeping them entertained, it is not your business, it is not your responsibility to keep them entertained. You need to be yourself, and the right people will find you. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. Then we've got this card of patience. You're being asked to be patient about something in February. Don't rush it, don't try to hurry it. Just relax and wait. Then we've got get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. Birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question. And the last card, we've got affirmations. To lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. So it could be possible that you desire certain things. It could be also possible that if you resonate with everything that I've just told you about out here, when it comes to your personality, how you keep changing for other people, how there is this imbalance in your equation, you can actually have affirmations, find affirmations online that help you to regain your power and faith in yourself. Alright, I hope that you have liked this reading. Thank you so much.